Now, I had an upload scheduled for today. I had a CSGO upload scheduled, but then last night the new tournament stickers came out for Cluj-Napoca. And with that, you know, obviously you get the pick'em. But on top of that, this time, I don't know if they did it before, but I'm pretty certain this is the first time. Maybe I'm wrong. They actually also have a, what's it called? Flipping, where the fuck? Fantasy team game. And that is where you pick your team of players, fantasy team, they get points throughout the tournament. And if you do well, you get a trophy. And that is the schedule for today. We are going to do the pick'em challenge for the first round and then also the fantasy team. Definitely drop a like on this video. Let me know in the comment section as well who your picks are, who you think's going to win the tournament and your fantasy players. Starting things off, group stage day 1 pick'em. For the first match, obviously you guys can copy me, but you know, I'm going to give my analysis, you go and do your own research too, and hopefully, you know, you all get those awesome pick'em trophies at the end of the tournament. Anyway, first match, Fnatic Vex. This one is an easy one for me. I'm going to go with Fnatic. Vex are obviously a very strong team. They can do well, but I just doubt that they can, you know, pull off the upset in this case. The sticker is bought, and now we're going to make that pick, and that's it. Fnatic are the boys for game 1. Game 2. This is a tricky one. Cloud9 are looking very good at the moment, but we all know LG, the Brazilian powerhouses, can pull off some amazing results. Nonetheless, I'm going to go with, you know, the information that I have at hand, that I have from the past couple of months, and what I know is that Cloud9 look pretty good, and so we are going to go with them. There is 100% the chance of an upset here. Luminosity could take it, but I'm going to go with Cloud9. It's my gut instinct. That's it, Cloud9. My hair is like all over the place. It's all over the place. This third matchup probably has the easiest outcome to predict. TSM versus Flipside. Once again, Blade and his boys on Flipside are awesome. They, you know, no discredit to them, but TSM arguably the best at the moment. These guys are absolutely killing it, and for that reason, I am going to give them the win here. Fourth match. This one is probably the most difficult to gauge. G2 and Mouse, relatively evenly matched. G2 have a very strong roster of varied players. Recently, obviously, they lost Scream and took Jacob from Copenhagen Wolves. Mouse Sports led by the formidable Godby with the amazing AWP skills of Chris J. And we cannot forget Nico. The guy is a monster. I would say that G2 definitely have a chance, but my personal odds on this game are probably like 55, 45, 64, not 60-40, that's too mean. 55-45 in favour of Mouse. These guys are just, you know, as a team, they play extremely well. They know what they're doing. I mean, obviously all the teams know what they're doing, but I just like the way they play as a team. They can beat, you know, some of the best in the world. And right now, I think they are looking very, very strong. Up next, we have Virtus versus Team Liquid. Now, Team Liquid, they are looking pretty darn boss. With the addition of Hiko, the whole team has kind of come together in a way which they haven't been able to do for a long time. Nitro is also performing amazingly well, and Adrian is finding his shot again with York. But Virtus, for me, are just a higher tiered team. All round, they are better performers, and for that reason, I'm going to go with the Virtus Plow. Virtus could struggle, you know, they're known to be at times slightly inconsistent, and Liquid could definitely pull off, you know, an amazing upset, but for me it has to be Virtus Pro. Going on from that, we have Ninjas in Pajamas and Napi versus the Titans of Titan. After the French reshuffle, Titan still didn't look great, and then recently they got rid of Maniac and brought on board Scream. Since then, they've been looking a lot better. Ninjas in Pajamas, they've had kind of a rough patch recently. They're definitely still a top team in the world, of course, but they're not looking right now like major winners. Nonetheless, they have managed to get some decent online results recently, and other than that, I'm sure they're practicing very hard. They have the core 4 players, and we all know when it comes to majors, NiP have that they just turn up when it comes to majors. That is the case most of the time anyway, and I imagine that is going to be the case for Cluj, and so for that reason I'm going to go with Ninjas on this matchup. The penultimate match, Envy versus Dig. Now let's start off with Dignitas. These guys have been looking pretty good. They've managed to start performing consistently, working together as a team. They brought on Schneider to qualify for the major, and they looked really, really good together. But then some stuff happened with Schneider. The communication in the team wasn't as good as it can be because he's Swedish and they're all Danish. And so for that reason, he actually just left the team yesterday. That absolutely sucks. Schneider's an awesome dude. As a replacement, Dignitas have brought on Tensky, former SK player. Yet to see how they're all going to do together. But they are looking pretty good. Let's give that to them at least. However, Team Envious are just, you know, they are a top 5 team. They won DreamHack London and they also won the recent Gfinity tournament. I think it's very likely that Team Envious are going to win this matchup. AZ on Team Dig is my broke, but I'm going to go with the logic, and most likely Envy are going to win this one. You know what I've forgotten to do? I've forgotten to put Ninjas in Pyjamas, so I better make that pick before people pick up on it. Way. Final match before we move on to the fantasy team is Envy. Not Envy, Paul, that's Natus Vincere. Yeah, Natus Vincere versus CLG. CLG, top 3 American team. Na'Vi, again, arguably a top 5 in the world team. Na'Vi have, you know, they've been doing very well. They are pretty consistent at the highest level of CS. CLG kind of haven't got that same level of international success as Cloud9. Nonetheless, they are an amazing team of very skilled individual players, but I just don't think that they're going to be able to match up to the amazing strats and plays that Na'Vi can pull out. And as I'm sure you've already guessed, yes, this match for me is going to be a win for Natus Vincere. So there we go, we're going to go with Fnatic, Cloud9, TSM, Mouse, Virtus, Ninjas, Team Envious, and Na'Vi. Well, that is not all for today. We've got the fantasy team still to do, so let's move on to that right now. I've never done one of these before on any website in any shape or form, so this is going to be an interesting experience. You get bonus points for putting people in like the correct roles. Like for instance, the commando role, they get bonus points if they have a good kill death difference. The Clutch King gets bonus points for each kill as the last surviving member of their team. The Eco Warrior gets 2 bonus points for every pistol kill. The Entry Fragger gets 2 bonus points for every opening kill, and then the Sniper gets 2 bonus points for every kill with a sniper rifle. Pretty cool, very interesting idea. I am going to start off with pistol kills. Now, I'm not going to do loads of sweaty research to figure out who is performing best with a pistol right now, and in terms of pistol kills, there is a man that I would like to pick, and that man is Forrest. The guy has amazing pistol handling. He is known for being an absolute boss man with the pistol, and so we are going to make him our Eco Warrior. Look at him smiling away there. You're right, Forrest. Now, the Clutch King, this is kind of difficult. I'm thinking Get Right could work. I'm tempted to pick Get Right Tote because I know him and he's an awesome dude, but in the front of my head it is that Hiko is always alive at the end of rounds. Get Right has amazing clutch stats. Man, this is a difficult decision. Okay, so I've taken a moment to decide. I actually turned the camera off and was like, oh, what can I do here? And to make things more interesting, I'm going to try and make sure that each of my players is from a different team. And so for that reason, we are going to go with Mr. Hiko Spencer Martin. Next up, let's move on to the Entry Fragger. Let's look through the leaderboard for opening kills. You've got NBK at the top, then you've got Apex, JW, Karrigan, Olaf. I think I am going to go with either Karrigan or Olaf. Both of them star players. Olaf, arguably the best player in the world right now. This is tough. I'm sitting here just thinking, who the hell do I pick? There are other choices, you know, for players who are more obvious entry fraggers, but I do want to have Olaf on my team. And so I think I'm going to give Olaf Meister the role of entry fragger. Mr. Olaf, take your... No, you're not the Clutch King, mate. Jesus Christ. Go... No. Oh. There we go. Put Hiko back. And then get Olaf Meister into the entry fragger position. Now, the penultimate one that we are going to do is Commando. And this, remember, is the person who has a good kill death. Let's look at the kill death list and make a decision from there. Now, Device, if I remember correctly, has been playing extremely well and been getting consistently good KDs. Snacks, again, he's a top top level fragger. Yeah, lots of people playing very, very well, but I think I'm going to go with my first choice, which is Device. Get Olaf back in there, then go over to Commando. Device, you are my Commando. Really interesting pick of Device. Looking pretty, I don't know, just quite serious. Now, the final role, Sniper. I imagine that most people are going to pick Kenny S. Kenny S or JW. Guardian is another person that is, you know, a top choice. Then you also have Skadoodle, the American sniper that just absolutely destroys everybody. But interestingly, at the top of the list, the most successful sniper is Fallen. Now, we all know that he is an absolute Brazilian monster, and yes, he has crazy skills with the AWP, but I'm not sure if at the major he will be able to kind of outfrag other snipers. I'm going to go with the safer choice. I think Kenny S here is the one. Him and Fallen have very similar stats, but I feel like the way Envy play as a team, how often Kenny is most likely to get the AWP, that he is going to be a person that is most likely going to get the most amount of sniper kills. And that is it, everybody. That is my fantasy team. Device is my Commando, Hiko is my Clutch King, Forrest is my Eco Warrior, Olaf is my entry fragger, and then finally our sniper is Kenny S. Let's submit these guys, submit the roster, and we are officially locked in. And that, everybody, marks the end of this video. Definitely let me know in the comment section who you lot pick for both the fantasy team and the pick'em. Hopefully we all get some awesome trophies. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to update my fantasy team or pick'em because I'm actually going to Cluj on Monday and I'm going to be very busy working with DreamHack. But whatever, these are my first picks and it was pretty awesome doing them. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.